Home runs, 2 by Ryan Malzahn, and they snap the 12-game win streak of the Spartans, and now they'll try to regroup. The Eagles will try to build on this momentum, and they'll do that with Jeremy Yano on the bump and Carlos Hidalgo leading off for the Spartans on this hot, humid, 80-degree day with still that 20 to 30 miles per hour wind blowing towards dead center field. And that has certainly helped out the batters today. Certainly a hitter's day in the park. Jeremy Yano, a 6'1", 180 junior from Chicago. And he kicks and deals to Hidalgo, and that's in the turf. Right-hander faces Hidalgo, who went 2 for 4 in the first game today with a home run, a couple of RBIs for the left fielder. Yano kicks and deals, and that is skied into right field, sending Malzahn on the run. He settles under it, and there's one away. Weston Walls was able to get through his start, giving up just 3 earned runs. Nicholas Neighbors came in, only allowed 1 more, and held this Missouri Baptist offense that entered the day averaging over 9 runs a game, held them to just 4. And the Eagles offense certainly came through for one of their most impressive wins of the season, right there with the wins over LSU, Shreveport, and Concordia. There's the pitch outside to Marcus Graham, who extended his now 11-game hit streak with a 2 for 4 day earlier. The left-hander faces Yano, who delivers outside. Yano making his 15th appearance of the year, 38 innings and a third. He's been pretty sharp with a 3.5 ERA and a 1.2 whip. That fastball catches the outside part of the zone. 2 ball, 1 strike count. 1 away. We're in Fayette, Missouri at Estes Field. CMU at home, the pitch. Swinging and a miss. Graham tried to hold up, but he went around. And now the count is even at 2-2. CMU now 16-10 at home, 24-16 overall, 13-8 in Hart Conference play. Graham foul tips into the glove of Foster, and that's strike 3. So that'll bring up Jaden Orozco. He went 1 for 4 with a home run in the 5th inning of game 1. It's not like the Missouri Baptist offense was held completely quiet. 4 runs on 11 hits. It was 2 key double play balls that got Central Methodist after a couple of tight situations, including one of those innings, that being the third, when Weston Walls was able to elicit 3 straight pop-ups and pop-outs by the Spartans. 1-0 pitch. That can't be framed in. It's 2-0. Rubs the baseball. Just his 3rd start of the year. He's mostly been used out of the pen. Here's the delivery. That's a good off-speed in there for a strike. 2-1. And strikeout numbers have been great. 10.1 K per 9, 43 strikeouts to 19 walks. He has been ultra sharp this year. That one's outside. 3 ball, 1 strike count. And has only allowed more than 2 runs just once in any of his appearances this year. 3-1 delivery. Breaking ball, strike. Full count. Full count, 2 away in the top of the first. And steps off. His last start was against William Woods earlier this week. This past weekend, 6 innings in the start. He gave up just 2 runs, 1 earned. That's a ground ball over to short, vacuumed in by Vasquez, and that's the end of the top of the first. 1-2-3 inning for Jeremy Yano. Go to the bottom of the first, no score. No score in the bottom of the first on this hot and humid day in Fayette, Missouri. As Central Methodist gets set to take their first cuts in the bottom of the first. On the bump for the Spartans in game 2, it's Gus Lucas, tall 6'4" southpaw from Washington, Illinois, making his 10th start of the year. 38 innings and a third of work thus far this year. Hasn't always been the best. A 5.6 ERA, a 1.7 whip, and just 32 strikeouts. Leading off for CMU, it's Jordan Vasquez, Gavin Whitehurst, and Ryan Malzahn. That off-speed pitch outside for a ball. Vasquez 3 for 4 in game 1 with a triple and a couple of base hits extra. And he laces that pitch right up the middle. Base hit for Vasquez, and CMU picks up right where they left off after 15 hits in game 1. Here's Whitehurst, who was able to put in a couple of RBIs on sacrifice hits and also had a double. Came around to score in the 6th. So Vasquez off of first, staring down the lefty Lucas. That off speeds outside to Whitehurst. You know, and we've been lauding the Missouri Baptist offense for a good reason. They're a top 5 offense in the country, but of course the Eagles no slouch. They really haven't been under Nate Breland. That's been the primary focus. There's a strike, 1-1. The Eagles came in averaging 7.5 runs a game, and it's really been the power numbers that have propelled them. 528 slugging, 20th best in the country as a team with 53 home runs. That is lacing to right center field all the way to the wall. Whitehurst digging for 2. They wave around Vasquez. No, he'll hold up. They'll hold up. They make that quick change in decision as the relay throw was about to be lasered in by Shabasteri. But Eagles in business to start this ball game. And no better hitter to be at the plate for CMU than Ryan Malzahn. I mean, this is deja vu from how game 1 went for CMU. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Malzahn takes first strike at the knees on the inside part of the plate. Malzahn, 2 for 3, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs in game 1. And he waves through that pitch, and he's behind 0-2. Malzahn came in with the 8th best batting average in the Heart, right under 400. That fastball swung on and missed. That had nasty movement on it. Upstairs to Malzahn, and he strikes out swinging. Here is Rios.
Now batting, third baseman, number 2, Dariel Rios.
Rios went 3 for 4 with a pair of doubles and a pair of RBIs as well. And he jumps on that pitch deep down the left field line. Goodbye, baseball!
Three-run home run, number 2, Dariel Rios.
I need an ice box for some of these bats. CMU red hot. Gus Lucas can't get through 4 batters without allowing 3 runs. Holy smokes. Here's Josh Smith. And starting the outfield and left field again. He'll be paired with his brother as J.J. Yoakum had to exit late in game 1, and certainly his health status is up in the air. And Smith takes that inside, so now it's 2-0. A couple of misses to start for Lucas, and you have to imagine you enter a game a little shell-shocked after what has proceeded today. Smith rifles that foul. We had mentioned the Eagles came in with 53 home runs on the year, second best in the Heart. They're making a run at 60 just for today. That was their 4th of the afternoon. Now up to 57 bombs for the year. That's outside, and Smith takes a walk. So the trouble continues for Gus Lucas. And Carlo Aguirre is at the plate. He reached every time he was at the plate in game 1. 3 for 3, a 2 RBI home run, and a walk in the 3rd, just to be a cherry on top. Aguirre takes downstairs. Plenty of speed on the base pass with Josh Smith. 14 stolen bags on the year for him as the wind whips across Estes Field. Lucas throws over to try to keep Josh Smith in line. And now Lucas has to step off. He might have been blown off the rubber. Out of the stretch, and he'll throw over again. Understandable concern with Josh Smith's speed, and of course, can't give anything extra here to the Eagles because Aguirre can certainly drive him in. There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, bottom of the 1st. CMU already leads Missouri Baptist 3-0. There's the pitch, swing and a miss, healthy cut, and now it's 1-2. Lefty-lefty matchup between Aguirre and Gus Lucas. Lucas is set. A pitch, breaking ball upstairs. Even at 2-2. Incredible. The Eagles have outscored MBU 15-4 thus far today. Still a long way to go here in game number 2. Lucas kicks and deals. Aguirre chases after it. Nasty breaking ball. And there's 2 away. Here is Justin Smith. He gets some advice from Aguirre.
Now batting center fielder, number 1, Justin Smith.
Smith making his 38th start of the year, 277 average, 5 home runs, 8 doubles, and 19 RBIs. And he fouls off the first pitch. Man, so many storylines thus far today. As that wind really starts to pick up and gust. Right in the face of Gus Lucas. That's upstairs to Justin Smith. If this was a dirt infield, it'd be a dust bowl in front of us. With 2 outs, 1-1 pitch. Smith brushed back as Justin tries to advance his brother Josh and get on the base paths for Landon McKillop, who's on the on-deck circle. Two and 1. And Justin lays off. And that was in there for a strike on the off speed. 2-2. Same alignment for Missouri Baptist. Hidalgo, Brown, Gray as far as the outfield left to right. 2-2 pitch. Oh, that drilled Justin Smith. And this inning is getting away from Gus Lucas. Runners at first and second for Landon McKillop.
Now batting second baseman, number 7, Landon McKillop.
The only time he reached in game 1 is when he was hit by a pitch. He was 0 for 2 otherwise. So now the brothers, Josh and Justin, at second and first respectively for CMU. 2 outs in the bottom of the first. There's a strike. And that's turned on, lifted in left field, and it is in front of Carlos Hidalgo. One Smith scores, the other one dives into third. Justin is safe, and Josh scores to extend the CMU lead 4-zip.
Now batting the catcher, number 16, Dawson Foster.
An RBI for Landon McKillop brings up Dawson Foster. Runners at the corners with 2 away. Lucas comes set after a frustrating first inning. And that's at the chest for a strike. Lucas with an expedited approach trying to just get out of this inning. The 0-1. Swung on a miss. That was nasty. He's had some good stuff, but he's also left a lot over the plate that CMU has jumped on. Two strikes on Dawson Foster, and that's way outside. Well done by Mattis Crowell, who was able to keep that in front, especially with Justin Smith's speed at third. He could definitely score on a pass ball. Orozco, Polly, Shabasteri, Nick Beach left to right in the infield, and McKillop took off too early, and now he's in a rundown. He could make this interesting. Justin Smith comes home, he dives in, he scores, and McKillop into second. Wow. I knew that things could get interesting if they didn't get McKillop early. Great awareness by Justin Smith. He scores. CMU up 5-0 in the first inning. 2 outs, that one's inside, and Lucas has really become frazzled, to say the least. Two count, 2 away. Now McKillop off of second. Lucas looks at him. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. We saw at the end of Austin Zvera's day in relief of Robertson at the end of game one. He slammed his glove down in the bullpen. It's been a very, very frustrating day for this Missouri Baptist pitching staff. Well below their standard. Swing and a miss, and that finally gets Missouri Baptist out of the first. CMU keeps the bats hot, and they are on top of the Spartans. 5-zip. We enter the second on Heart Conference Network. We're in the top of the second. Nick Beach, Max Shabasteri, Mattis Cruel due up for
Now batting, number
Missouri
12,
Baptist.
Beach.
Central Methodist has already given Jeremy Yano a 5-run cushion, and the Eagles lead 5-zip on their home field. Righty-righty matchup inside fastball. 1 ball, no strike count to Nick Beach. What a day for the Eagles thus far. Yano fires a fastball that is rolled over, backhanded, stopped by Vasquez. On the outfield, he fires, not in time. Beat out by Beach. Would have been a very impressive play for Vasquez. So here is Shabasteri.
Now batting,
It was
number
2 for
11,
4 in
Max
game one
Shabasteri.
with a home run and a double. Another righty-righty matchup, glove at the belt, kicks and deals. Fastball in their first strike. Shabasteri from Sonoma State College. And that's fouled off. Sonoma State University, I should say. Enter the day with a 281 average, 24 RBIs, now up to 25 and 7 home runs. From Patrick Henry High School. Is set. Beach at first, that won't get the call. A little bit outside. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Shabasteri. Out of the stretch, split stance, delivers upstairs. Beach does have 5 stolen bases on the year as he leads off of first. Not necessarily the Spartans' calling card. 60 stolen bases on the year, 8th most in the conference. That is a nasty breaking ball by Jeremy Yano. And Max Shabasteri goes down swinging. There's one away for Mattis Cruel. In the start behind the plate instead of Marcus Graham here in game 2. He takes the first pitch, fastball for a strike. Corell, 6'1", 6'1" junior from the Netherlands. Swing and a miss. Another nasty breaking ball. 0-2 count to Corell. He's batting .346. The home run, 2 doubles, and 12 RBIs. Next delivery, Corell chops it slowly over to third. Rios pauses, rifles it to first, gloved out by Whitehurst. And there's 2 away. No chance at a double play ball on that slowly hit grounder.
Now batting number 4, Griffin Brown.
So Griffin Brown at the plate with Nick Beach in scoring position. Brown was able to extend his hitting streak to 8 games and his on-base streak to 22. That one misses upstairs. Griffin Brown has reached base in 25 of his 27 games played and started, as that pitch was inside. Brush back Brown. Now it's 2-0 with 2 outs. Nick Beach at second. Top of the second, CMU leads number 7 Missouri Baptist 5-0. And we have time called. Pitch clock violation. 22nd pitch clock in play. So now it's a 3-ball, no strike count. Fastball in there at the knees. 3-1. Kai Gray on deck for the Spartans, who had their 12-game win streak snapped. That is skied into the air, shallow right center field, and the second baseman McKillop has it. And that retires the top of the second. No damage done. 1 stranded. At the bottom of the second, CMU leads 5-0. Bottom of the second, the CMU offense continues to torch Missouri Baptist today. Back to the top of the order with Jordan Vasquez, Gavin Whitehurst, and Ryan Malzahn. After 12 runs on 15 hits in game 1 of today, CMU has already poured in 5 runs on 4 hits. We're in the bottom of the second. CMU 5, Missouri Baptist nothing, as that's fouled back by Vasquez. He started the party with a base hit right up the middle. Gus Lucas back out there looking to rebound. Pitch number 35 is outside. All 3 of the outs were via strikeout, but everything else was less than desired for Lucas. Vasquez takes another outside. 2 ball, 1 strike count. As the lefty Lucas steps back up onto the rubber. The pitch upstairs. 3-1 on this humid, unsettled day that has propelled these offenses to big numbers, especially for Central Methodist. Vasquez fouls it off, full count. Lucas is set out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Inside, and a beautiful at-bat by Jordan Vasquez. Able to work the count, draw the walk, and another leadoff base runner is aboard for CMU. And Gavin Whitehurst steps up to the plate, but he'll have to wait a moment. Well, this may be the end of the day. This is the end of the day for Gus Lucas. CMU runs Gus Lucas out of the ball game, and he doesn't get through more than an inning. A very down day for the Missouri Baptist pitching staff as a new right-hander is on. The runner at first and Gavin Whitehurst at the plate. Kiki Romero is the reliever for the Spartans here on the Hart Conference Network. We're in the bottom of the second. CMU 5, number 7, Missouri Baptist nothing. The Eagles have run Gus Lucas out of the game after just 1 inning. Jordan Vasquez drew a walk as the kill shot. He's at first, nobody out for Gavin Whitehurst. And Kiki Romero is the new reliever on for MBU, a 5'10 senior from Mesa, Arizona. And he's transferred a couple of times. This is his 3rd landing spot at the next level. Whitehurst takes that inside. 1 ball, no strike count. He was originally at Harris Stowe State in the AMC and then to William Penn in the Hart. Similar to how this is the first season for the Spartans in the Hart Conference. That breaking ball outside by Romero. 2 ball, no strike count. It's been quite the year for the Spartans, first year in the Hart. 19-2 conference record. Sole control of first place. That is fouled off, and Whitehurst could not hold on to his lumber. Thankfully, that's why the screen is on for the backstop. Now it's 2-1. Whitehurst doubled, sending him and Vasquez into scoring position. Eventually came around to score on the Dario Rios 3-run bomb. Romero delivers, and that is lifted into right center field. That is playable for Kai Gray. He has it in the gap, and there's 1 away. Here's Malzahn as he tries to bounce back after he struck out swinging in the first. Vasquez at first. Mentioned his steal numbers earlier, modest numbers. 69 stolen bases on the year for the Eagles, entering the day, 5th most in the heart. Malzahn takes it upstairs. They did get a couple of steals that ended with the 5th run in the first. McKillop and Justin Smith able to work that play to score. 1 ball, no strike count to Malzahn. Romero upstairs. 8 2/3 of an inning of work entering the day for Romero. The 4.2 ERA. Hasn't gone deeper than 2 innings in any of his appearances. That is ripped by Malzahn to left, but right to the left fielder, Carlos Hidalgo. The line out to left makes it 2 outs with Daryl Rios at the plate. And I don't think anybody wants to face Rios after his 3-run bomb in the first. It was 4 batters for Gus Lucas into the game, and he was already down 3 runs. Three extra base hits for Rios already today. And he turns on that one to shortstop, backhanded, stop throw to second in time by Sam Pauley, the veteran with a savvy play. Able to strand 1 out of the Eagles. Romero gets through it. We head to the 3rd. CMU 5, Missouri Baptist nothing. We begin the 3rd inning. Central Methodist 5, number 7 Missouri Baptist nothing. Kai Gray, Sam Pauley, Carlos Hidalgo due up for the Spartans.
Number 9, Kai Gray.
30th pitch upcoming for 2 strikeouts through 2 innings. Kai Gray takes the fastball upstairs. He now has a 16-game on-base streak. And he turns on that one. Deep drive into left center, and it is gone. Home run number 3 on the year for Kai Gray. And that on-base streak immediately jumps to 17 games.
Now batting number 6, Sam Pauley.
He doesn't homer too often, had 5 for his career after 3 last year in a Missouri Baptist uniform. There's number 6, and it makes it a 5-1 game. Here's Pauley. He shows bunt, lays off. The pitch was in the turf. 1 ball, no strike count, nobody out. The issue for Missouri Baptist is all of their home runs have been of the solo variety. They have not been able to put together giant innings. That's turned on but fouled just down the left field line. And 3 home runs in game 1. That was the 4th of the afternoon for the Spartans. 4 of them for 4 RBIs. There's the pitch, and that is turned into the hole for a base hit. Past the diving Rios. And that's a couple of hits in a row for MBU. So that'll bring Carlos Hidalgo to the plate.
Carlos Hidalgo.
He flew out to right in the first inning. Pauly now at first. 8 for 8 on stolen base attempts this year. That is ripped past Rios, down the line and into the corner. Pauly races to third. Smith comes up throwing into the cutoff man. And now the Spartans are really in business with runners at second and third and nobody out. Now we have a conversation on the bump. Bradbury back out there. Tries to settle, back in. He was able to get through 7 batters unscathed. But that Kai Gray home run is shaking him up a little bit. 5-1 the score, top of the third, nobody out. Now with Pauly at third and Carlos Hidalgo at second. Hidalgo now up to 13 doubles on the year. That's another game for MBU with multiple extra base hits. They have been without an extra base hit just once this season. That's in there by on the outside part of the plate for a strike to Marcus Graham, who struck out swinging in the first. Is set. He delivers outside. 1-1 count. With Roscoe on deck for Missouri Baptist. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by elicits a chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes ahead of Orozco, or rather Graham. He's trying to extend his hitting streak to 10 games now. That's fouled off. To 11 games, I should say. It's 12 games. He's now at an 11-game hitting streak after earlier today. 7 of 11 of those. Now, 8 of 11 of those have been the multi-hit variety, as he has really started to come on strong. Yeah, that's a fastball outside, 2-2. That's one thing Eddie Ushold brought up with me earlier today, was how much Graham's rise has certainly continued to bolster this already loaded lineup. And it was big shoes to fill for the catchers for Jacob Konecki. Pitch clock violation, and he is out. Graham is out on the pitch clock violation. He wasn't ready to hit in time. And so here is Orozco, now with 1 away, runners at second and third, and Eddie Ushold is out to deliberate about this violation. Maybe there was miscommunication about whether it comes said on the bump. It's been a difficult day for Coach Ushold.
Now batting number 1, Jaden Orozco.
Here is Orozco. Grabbed a short in the first. An opportunity here to continue to get some runs back, down 5-1. And he skies that, sending Smith back to the track, to the wall, and it is gone. This game is within 1 run. Bomb number 5 of the day for the Spartans. 5-4 game. And this is just the second time all year Jeremy Yano has given up more than 2 earned runs. Here is Nick Beach. The pitch. This is outside. The Spartans have already matched their run total from game 1, and we're not through the 3rd inning yet, just 1 away. That's ripped foul. If that's straightened up, that's home run number 3 of the inning. Kai Gray led off the inning with a solo home run. A couple of hits for Polly and Hidalgo, and then the 3-run bomb by Orozco is tying this game. That is lifted foul. Beach had a base hit in the second. Sano tries to reset mentally. It's not had to face a lineup quite like this. That is driven deep into right field, sending Malzahn into the gap, and at the track, he makes the grab. And that one was a few yards from being over the fence.
Now batting number 11, Max Shabastari.
There is Shabastari, who struck out swinging in the second. If you're just joining us, it has been a hitter's day at the park. 2 of the best offenses in the country, arguably the top 2 offenses in the Hart Conference. First pitch strike, off speed to Shabastari, he takes it. Now with 2 away, the pitch is slammed into the gap, left center field. 1 hop off the wall. Shabastari comes stumbling towards second, but the throw is not competitive from the Smith brothers. And now a runner in scoring position with 2 away right on cue. The hitter's day continues in Fayette, Missouri. Here is Cruel, who grounded into
Now batting number 15,
Ariel Rios, 5-3. But it has been 80 degrees, humid all day with 20 miles per hour wind minimum to dead center field. And that has propelled these 2 electric offenses to big days. There's a strike on the outside part of the plate to Cruel. Transfer from East Central College in the Show Me State. Oh, that drills him. Drilled Cruel. And a shaky 3rd inning continues for Jeremy Yano. And here's Griffin Brown. Kevin Watkins is the courtesy runner for Cruel.
Now batting number 4, Griffin Brown.
Runners at first and second for Brown, who flew out, popped out to second base to end the 2nd inning. A chance to take the lead. That got him. Ooh, that did not sound good. That did not sound good, and Griffin Brown's trying to shake it off. Already had to miss the previous series against Benedictine, Missouri Valley, and the game against Columbia earlier this week due to injury. And you don't want to see him have to miss time again, as now the bases are loaded. And Missouri Baptist has hit around. Kai Gray back to the plate. He started this inning with a solo home run. And Griffin Brown's going to shake this one off. That was right off the left hand of Brown. It did not sound good, but he stays in the game.
Now batting number 9, Kai Gray.
And Jeremy, continues to be rattled. There is activity ongoing in the CMU pen. Gray takes the breaking ball for a strike. CMU gave a 5-run cushion in the first. Hanging on by a thread with a 1-run lead. That's inside. That almost caught Gray. There's nowhere to put him. Every pitcher for Missouri Baptist and now Jeremy for CMU has been rattled today against these offenses. And you can tell is reeling. One ball, one strike count, 2 outs. Long top of the third. Gray takes for a strike. That was the pitch needed. Now it's 1-2. 2 outs. Shabastari at third. Watkins at second. Griffin Brown at first. Gray skies it into the air. Left center field into the gap. Josh Smith has it. And that gets CMU out of any further trouble. Tough inning regardless, though. And they gave up 4 runs, and now it's a 5-4 game as we hit the bottom of the third in Fayette. Start the bottom of the third. CMU 5, number 7, Missouri Baptist 4. Game number 2 of this afternoon and game number 2 of this 4-game set. We'll be back tomorrow starting at noon. There's Josh Smith. He drew a walk in the first. Part of a 5-run inning for the Eagles that gave them this cushion that has rapidly dissolved after a 4-run third inning by the Spartans. First pitch strike by Romero. Came in to relieve Gus Lucas. That's a nasty slider, swing and a miss by Smith. Now he's behind 0-2. Lucas only able to go 1 inning. Run out of the game, Romero in. He's ahead 0-2. A little bit of a different wind up there. The pitch is outside. Good take by Smith. 4.2 ERA for Romero this year, 1.4 whip. Decent strikeout numbers with 9 Ks through almost 9 innings. That's fouled off by Smith to stay alive. Lucas goes 1 inning, giving up 4 hits, 5 earned runs, and 2 walks. A home run as well on 39 pitches. So now this bullpen that we've talked a lot about and their impressive numbers, they're put to the test today. 1-2, breaking ball downstairs. Eagles already did a tremendous job running Austin Severa out of the game after he came in to relieve Robertson and had such an incredible season. And the Eagles blasted off of him to add to their lead. Smith fouls it off. Count remains 2-2. Josh Smith, Carlo Aguirre, and his brother Justin Smith due up in the bottom of the third. Romero is set 2-2, swing and a miss. There's that slider again. Bears down on Josh Smith. One away. Here's Carlo Aguirre, who struck out swinging in the first.
Carlo Aguirre.
That's outside. Righty-lefty matchup for Aguirre. 1-0 count. Romero comes set and delivers. That is driven deep into center field, sending everybody back, and it is gone.
Solo home run, number 34, Carlo Aguirre.
They might as well be playing this game on the moon the way this ball is flying. Who needs Artemis 2 when you have this type of game?
Now batting, center fielder, number 1, Justin Smith.
Here's Justin Smith, CMU 6, Missouri Baptist 4. Bunt laid down. Justin Smith with blazing speed is aboard. 1 away. And a runner at first for Landon McKillop.
Now batting, second baseman, number 7, Landon McKillop.
McKillop, RBI base hit in the first, and then eventually helped his compadre on the base pass right now, Justin Smith, score as he stole home. Romero delivers. McKillop takes for a strike on the outside part of the plate. There's a lefty getting loose in the Spartans' pen. It's J.D. Witter. Romero out of the stretch. Spins, pickoff attempt. Justin Smith is back. Another righty-lefty matchup for Romero against McKillop. The 0-1 pitch, outside. 1-1. Dawson Foster on deck for CMU. Looking by Romero. Another pickoff attempt on Smith. He's back in time. Romero with the teal glove delivers outside, 2-1. Landon McKillop, sophomore, transfer from McCook Community College. And he lays off that pitch a little bit upstairs. 3-ball, 1-strike count. Bottom of the third inning, CMU 6, number 7, Missouri Baptist 4. Another throw over to check on Justin Smith. If you're just joining us, CMU blew out Missouri Baptist 12-4 in game 1 on 15 hits, snapping the Spartans' 12-game win streak and also giving them their second conference loss. Their only other conference loss was against Park. And McKillop is aboard, able to lay off. Runners at first and second for Dawson Foster.
Number 16, Dawson Foster.
Missouri Baptist will have another visit to the rubber. But it's been a hot, difficult day for this pitching staff that has allowed 18 runs. This is a longer visit. Kiki Romero came in to relieve Gus Lucas after he was only able to go an inning. Romero has only gone as long as 2 innings this year. That's what they're asking him to do here today. He's only given up 4 earned runs in total, entering the day over about 9 innings, but Eagles able to tack on one more with the Aguirre home run. Foster lays off, but it's a strike. 0-1 with Vasquez in the top of the CMU order on deck. Justin Smith on second, McKillop at first. Romero, breaking ball inside. Here's the pitch, outside. Romero's reminded me a lot of Nestor Cortez with these different deliveries. He changes up his timing. That pitch was upstairs to Foster, 3-1. Here's the pitch, and fouled back by Foster, full count. CMU 3 for 9 with runners aboard in this game, 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Six runs on 6 hits thus far in this game. That is a little chopper slowly back to Romero. He can't go to second, gets the out at first.
Now back at the shortstop, number 23, Jordan Vasquez.
So now Justin Smith at third, Landon McKillop at second for Jordan Vasquez, who has reached twice just in this game and has reached 5 times today in 6 plate appearances. That's outside. Romero, split stance, delivers outside. 2 ball, no strike count. 2 outs. Bottom of the third. CMU 6, number 7 Missouri Baptist 4. And Romero steps off. Missouri Baptist battling with Mount Mercy for first place in the Heart. Now the Mustangs have taken control. A 15-1 conference record for the Mustangs. They've won 14 in a row. Breaking ball freezes Vasquez. It's in there for a strike. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Clark behind Missouri Baptist, 12-4 in Heart play. CMU behind the Pride, 13-8 in conference play. That slider outside. As Romero continues to sweat out there on this humid day. Not used in longer opportunities much this year. But he's right at pitch 30. Three and 1. That gets a strike call. Full count, 2 away. Justin Smith at third. The kill up off of second. Vasquez trying to add to a 2-run Central Methodist advantage. Romero is set. The payoff pitch. And it is lifted into right center field by Vasquez. Everybody on the run. Griffin Brown has it to end the third. CMU tacks on one more with the Carlo Aguirre solo shot. 6-4, CMU in front. Jeremy, back out there for Central Methodist. As we begin the 4th inning, CMU 6, number 7 Missouri Baptist 4. 56 pitches for 3 innings of work, giving up 4 earned runs and 3 strikeouts. Sam Pauley up to the plate to finish out the second trip through the Spartans' order. Starts out of the stretch and delivers. Swing and a miss. Blew it by Pauley upstairs. Pauley had a base hit in the third to start catalyzing a rally. Kai Gray led off the third with a solo home run. Jaden Orozco added on with a 3-run bomb himself. There's a good pitch by framed in for a strike, and now it's 0-2. We were mentioning that has had a lot of success this year, and he's had success against some potent lineups as well. Here's the pitch. That's outside. Earlier this year, he came in in relief to face Concordia of Nebraska. Have historically been a really good offensive team, and he came in to confirm a combined shutout in that game. Was able to go 3 innings, pick up the save, not allowing a run with 4 strikeouts to back up Gavin Whitehurst in that 1-0 victory. Here's the pitch, and that is sent deep into left field. And did he do it again? Pauly with another home run for the Spartans today, and they immediately get the run back that Aguirre drove over the fence. Might as well be batting practice with the way both these teams are raking.
Now that is number 24, Carlos Hidalgo.
Hidalgo will dig in. First pitch he sees is in there for a strike. I mean, it's a type of day where I think even if you sent up one of your bullpen pitchers up to the plate, he could probably drive one out. That is, oh my goodness, lifted deep into left center, and we have a tie game. I think Nate Breland left Jeremy in there for a bit too long. Second of the day for Carlos Hidalgo.
Now batting number 5, Marcus Graham.
Here's Marcus Graham. He struck out looking in the third. And Nate Breland's just trying to manage the pitching staff at this point, this early in the series. That's a popped-up bunt. Foster throws the mask, but it is who takes care of it for the first out of the 4th. Back-to-back solo shots for Missouri Baptist. Pauly and Hidalgo. And here is Jaden Orozco, who had a 3-run bomb in the 3rd. He lays off that one, take it downstairs. Just remarkable the kind of day we have had as far as home runs. 4 in this game alone for Missouri Baptist, 2 for CMU, 6 in this game. And earlier, we had 6 of them combined as well. 12 home runs this afternoon. And we still have a few more innings to play. There's a strike by 1-1. And we've had activity ongoing in the CMU pen. That is skied to center field, sending Josh Smith on the run. Into the gap, he has it, and there's 2 away. And here's Nick Beach.
Now batting number 12.
1 for 2 in this game, after going 1 for 4 earlier today. That is slammed down the left field line for a base hit into the corner. Beach rounds first. Justin Smith heaves it in. 2 outs. MBU in scoring position for another time today. Shabasteri had a double his last time up. So things will get interesting here for the Eagles. After they have already blown a 5-run lead they had in the first inning. But you're willing to give some grace against an offense like this. And Shabasteri takes the first pitch for a strike. And Coach Breland really putting a lot on the shoulders here of Jeremy to just try to get through this 4th. There's a strike. 2 outs, tie ball game, 6 apiece. The top of the 4th, is set and delivers. Foster keeps it in front, and Beach won't try to advance. No delivers. Swing and miss. Got him. So that's the end of the top of the 4th. Missouri Baptist gets 2 back to tie the game. It's 6 apiece from our conference network.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Spartans, number 51, J.D. Whittle.
Bottom of the 4th, CMU tied with number 7 Missouri Baptist at 6 apiece at Estes Field in Fayette, Missouri. Gavin Whitehurst, Ryan Malzahn, Daryl Rios due up for the Eagles. Heart of the order. New reliever on for the Spartans is J.D. Witter, a 6'2 graduate southpaw from Park Hills, Missouri. And his 9th appearance of the season. The pitch, Whitehurst slams it deep into right field, and it is caught by Kai Gray a few steps back. Let's bring up Malzahn, who's 0 for 2 in this game after his 2 home run, 4 RBI game a little bit earlier this afternoon. Witter, 12 innings of work and a good 2.3 ERA and a 1.1 whip to go along with a 12 K per 9. Split stance, the lefty delivers, fastball for a strike. Another one of the many relievers here for the Spartans that have been tremendous this season. Witter delivers. Malzahn skies it. Shallow left center field, the shortstop. Polly wants it, he's got it, and there's 2 away. Here's Rios.
Now batting, third baseman, number 2,
1 for 2.
Rios.
3-run bomb in the first inning for Rios that got CMU in front from the jump of this game, and it's since been tied by Missouri Baptist at 6 apiece. Witter, breaking ball outside, just trying to provide some stability for this Spartan staff. Everybody that has been into the game, in any of the games today, for Missouri Baptist has had a very difficult time. Actually, Romero had one of the better days, and he gave up a home run. That's upstairs. He gave up 1 earned run. Gus Lucas in this game gave up 5 earned runs on 4 hits through just 1 inning of work. And earlier today, Teague Robertson was lit up for 8 earned runs on 10 hits, and Severa 4 earned runs on 5 hits. That is rifled down the right field line and a fair ball. Base hit for Daryl Rios. And with 2 outs, that'll bring Josh Smith up to the plate with a runner at first.
Now batting left fielder, number 5, Joshua Smith.
Reaching a walk in the first, struck out swinging in the third. Witter delivers. Fastball strike. Eddie Uschultz said that this pitching staff reminds me of a lot of his 2017 team, the last team for the Spartans that has made the World Series. Uschultz and the Spartans have reached that twice. Smith fouls it off. He says that they just have guys in the bullpen, 5 or 6 guys that we could bring in at any time and can step up for us. He says if we are playing a 7-inning game and get to the 5th inning, they feel like they have a chance, and we got people that can finish off the game for us. Pitch outside. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Josh Smith with Rios at first. Outfield shifted over to the right. Lefty-righty matchup between Witter and Smith. Here's the 1-2 outside. 2-2 count with 2 outs. Tie ball game in the bottom of the 4th. Witter is set. Split stance, he kicks and deals. Fastball inside, full count. Eagles have already drawn 3 walks in this game. Witter likes the sign. Glove at the chest. And he'll throw over. Make sure Rios doesn't take off. Witter looks in. And the payoff pitch is outside. Great at bat by Josh Smith. Runners at first and second for Carlo Aguirre.
Now batting number 34, Carlo Aguirre.
He has homered twice today. Four RBIs for Aguirre this afternoon. Rios off a second. The pitch, Aguirre takes for a strike. Good to see Aguirre back in the lineup. Making just his 13th start of the year. Swing and a miss, healthy cut. Maybe just got a piece of it, foul tip. And now Aguirre is behind 0-2. Rios at second, Smith at first. The 2-strike pitch is way outside. CMU 3 for 11 with runners aboard, 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position. The 1-2. Aguirre takes inside. Evens up the count. Witter checks pitch count. pitch. Swing and a miss. Got Aguirre. And that ends the fourth. CMU threatens but unable to put any across. We enter the fifth, tied at 6 apiece.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Eagles, number 12, Vince Ray. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up.
We're set for the fifth inning. Number 7, Missouri Baptist and CMU. Tied at 6 apiece. Matisse Cruel, Griffin Brown, Kai Gray due up for the Spartans. With the new reliever on for CMU. In relief of Jeremy, it's Vince Ray, 5'8", 170 senior from Kansas City, right-hander. Kicks and deals, and that is immediately driven deep into left center field, and it is gone. And most of the time, they want you to take a pitch to see the new reliever. Forget that. Matisse Cruel gives Missouri Baptist the lead, 7-6.
Now batting number 4, Griffin Brown.
Home run number 5 in this game for MBU. And here's Griffin Brown. He shows bunt, lays it down, popped up, 1 hop, 2 hops. Ray can't get to it in time, and Brown is aboard. Perfectly laid down, and here comes the Spartans offense. And Kai Gray digs in after his solo home run, led off explosive 4-run third inning for MBU. Seven to 6, Missouri Baptist leads. That's taken downstairs, and entering the game, Vince Ray was struggling. 4-1 record and 15 appearances, 20 innings of work with an 8.6 ERA and a 2.4 WHIP. He just gave up his 4th home run of the year. And that one's outside. 2-0 to Kai Gray. And this is where the issues have crept up for CMU throughout the year, a lack of depth in the pitching staff. That is fouled off. 6.6 ERA as a staff, 7th in the Heart, 1.8 WHIP, 8th worst in the Heart. They just haven't had a lot of top-tier arms. That's a nasty slider for a strike against Gray. 2-2. And that's certainly going to be a very intriguing thing to watch to finish out this game and going into tomorrow, what this staff looks like. That's a base hit right up the middle, off the bump and into center field. So now runners at first and second, nobody out for Sam Polly, who is 2 for 2 in this game, and he just homered in the fourth.
Now batting number 6, Sam Polly.
And Spartans offense was not going to cool down. 12 hits, 7 runs in this game, and 5 homers. Make a lot of arguments this is the best offense in the country. Shown bunt, Polly fouls it off. I mean, it is just incredible, 1 through 9, the guys they put on at the plate. Oh, and 1. Polly shows bunt again. Whitehurst in the bunt, laid down to the left side. Ray hustles over, rifles to first in time for an out. And there's one away, but Polly does his job. And advancing both Brown and Kai Gray in a scoring position for Carlos Hidalgo, who just homered his last time up, and he's 2 for 3 in this game. A pitch, slider gets away to the backstop. That scores a run. MBU 8, CMU 6. Griffin Brown is in. And now Kai Gray is at third. Spartans are 3 for 9 with runners aboard, 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. There's another slider outside from Ray. 2 ball, no strike count, and a lefty is getting loose in the CMU pen, along with a lefty for Missouri Baptist. 2-0. Outside, 3-0. That slider catches the outside part of the zone for a strike. 3-1. Missouri Baptist 8, CMU 6 in the top of the 5th with 1 away. Kai Gray at third. And that one's downstairs. Hidalgo draws the walk. Runners at the corners for Marcus Graham. It was 0 for 3 in this game, and now Kenny Otero out to talk with Vince Ray. Graham 0 for 3 in this game. 11-game hit streak on the line in this game after he went 2 for 4 in game 1 of the afternoon. Spartans entered the day with 251 RBIs as a team. And they have poured onto that total. Runner takes off. Hidalgo is in a second. Second and third, 1 away for Graham. Righty-lefty matchup. As Vince Ray just tries to keep this game within reach. That's inside. 2-0 as Ray tries to get any grip on the ball he can, rubbing the turf. The pitch, outside. 3-ball, no strike count. First base is open, but would rather not have the bases juiced for Jaden Orozco. And it is a 4-pitch walk. Bases loaded for Orozco, who already has a 3-run bomb today. And Breland is out. This should be the end of the game for Vince Ray. Did not start well for Ray. Mattis Crowell jumped on him and immediately gave the Spartans the lead, and now they are on the precipice of really taking control of this game. Lefty is out of the pen for the Eagles. They trail 8-6.
Attention please, now pitching for the Eagles, number 9, Reese Bahan.
Bases loaded, one away. The top of the 5th, Missouri Baptist leads CMU 8-6. Reese Bahan is out of the pen for the Eagles after both Jeremy Yano and Vince Ray are chased out of the game. Jaden Orozco at the plate with a 3-run home run earlier in this game. And Bahan has been roughed up this year, local product from Hickman High School. He has given up a lot of runs through just 3 innings and a third. That breaking ball in there for a strike. He does have 8 strikeouts, but he has given up 5 earned runs in 3 innings. That breaking ball outside. 1-1 to Orozco. Nowhere to put him as the Spartans try to add on to their 2-run advantage, looking for a bounce-back win. The pitch. Orozco foul. Tips it in the glove of Foster. He's behind 1-2. Big change of velocity here. Bahan not a flamethrower. He's set. Glove at the belt. He delivers. And does not get too far away from Foster in the turf. 2-2. It was the double play balls in game 1 that absolutely helped CMU to keep the Spartans at bay into 4 runs on the game. They got a couple of key ones to Vasquez. 2-2. No call outside. pitch. Strike 3 call. Orozco kind of got tied up, looked like he was fooled. Fastball got him at the upper part of the zone, and there's 2 away.
Now batting number 12, Nick Beach.
Here's Beach, who's 2 for 3 in this game. A couple of doubles today. Base is still loaded, now 2 outs. Top of the 5th, CMU down by 2. Behan, breaking ball outside. Behan is set. He delivers inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Yeah, this is a big-time hitters count for Nick Beach with the outfield shaded over to their left. Bases loaded. Beach up 2-0. The pitch. Breaking ball outside. This is trouble for Reese Behan. Big time trouble. 3-0. Fastball strike. Kai Gray at third. Hidalgo at second. Graham at first. The throw over almost got him. Almost got him at first. Good pickoff attempt by Behan, and if Whitehurst hangs on to that a little bit better, might have been out. Three and one. Behan will have to wait on Beach as he steps out. From Lee Summit High School, Beach entered the day with a .333 average, 39 RBIs. Nowhere to put him. 3-1. And that is rifled into left field through the hole for a base hit. Gray scores. Here comes another. Hidalgo scores. And Missouri Baptist adds 2 more to lead, 10-6. You just knew where that at-bat was going from the time that Behan fell behind 2-0.
Now batting number 11, Max Shabastari.
And he's just not the type of pitcher you're going to work out of being behind like that, and Nate Breland's out of the dugout. That's the end of Behan's day, I believe. We'll see. And Breland certainly going after him a little bit after he gives up 2 runs in that situation. I mean, that was a difficult situation to be put into regardless. So new reliever on for CMU. It's Riley Schneiders, freshman from Jefferson City. Steps out in the Hart Conference Network.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Eagles, number 29, Riley Schneider.
Missouri Baptist 10, CMU 6 in Fayette. Still in the top of the fifth. Spartans have taken a 4-run advantage after 2 RBI base hit by Nick Beach. Runners at first and second for Shabasteri. Riley Schneider's on the bump now for CMU. First pitch breaking ball upstairs. Schneider's freshman from Jefferson City and Blair Oaks High School. And he's been roughed up a bit this year. 15 innings of work, giving up an 8.8 ERA and a 1.9 whip, walking 8 batters. And that is ripped down the line, and it is a fair ball. Into the corner, that'll score some more for the Spartans. Here comes Beach, hustling in, diving to extend the lead for the Spartans. They have doubled up CMU. It's a 12-6 advantage. Back-to-back 2 RBI base hits. And that was certainly close down the line. It's tough to see from up here. It cut off. And I think Nate Breland was kind of having a discussion about that.
Now batting, number 15, Latif Crowell.
And we've hit around. Spartans have done that for the second time in this game. Crewell started off this fifth with a solo home run. Jumped on the first pitch by Vince Ray. 2 outs. Slider in there for a strike from Schneiders. But it's not surprising that CMU is thinner in their pitching department. They lost 70% of their, 75 to 80% of their pitching from last year, and that was after they graduated 6 of their 7 innings pitched guys the year prior. A lot of them departed. Some of them, like Clayton Burks, on to Division I. So this is just a pitching staff that has been gutted over the past couple of years. And they've just been trying to mangle things together the best that they can. And that's a breaking ball outside. And that has capped this team's ceiling. 2-ball, 1-strike count. The pitch. A little bit outside. And think about it, even cost them a little bit a couple of years ago when they hosted the opening round. They got roughed up by Tabor. And you think about the team that won the national championship that year, Hope International. A loaded and deep pitching staff gets you through the postseason. There's a strike. 3-2. Payoff pitch coming from Schneiders and outside. So Crewell is aboard for Griffin Brown. Courtesy runner Kevin Watkins is in.
Courtesy running at first base for the Spartans, number 7, Kevin Watkins. Now
Runners at
batting, number
first
4,
and
Griffin
second.
Brown.
Here's Brown, who had a base hit earlier this inning. That's outside. Good on Foster to keep that in front. Low and in the turf. One-zero. Downstairs, 2-0. So Jeremy gives up 6 earned runs on 9 hits through 4 innings. Vince Ray gives up 5 earned runs on 3 hits in his third. 2-0 pitch. That is lifted deep into center field, sending Josh Smith a little bit back. He's got it. And CMU finally gets out 12-6, Missouri Baptist, number 7 team in the country, leads CMU. Bottom of the fifth, it's Justin Smith, Landon McKillop, Dawson Foster, the bottom of the Eagles' order, due up. J.D. Witter has come in and provided a little bit of stability, able to get through the fourth. Giving up one hit, no runs allowed. Romero came in through 2 innings, giving up just 1 earned run on 2 hits. Gus Lucas, their starter, was run out after just 1 inning on 4 hits and 5 earned runs. That's upstairs to Justin Smith, 1-0. Thank you for sticking with us on the Hart Conference Network in Fayette, Missouri, at Estes Field on the campus of Central Methodist. That is popped up. Shallow center field. Griffin Brown's got it. There's McKillop, who's reached twice in this game. An RBI base hit in the first, and he reached the walk in the third. Entering the day, CMU was 8-9 versus Missouri Baptist since 2007. They had lost 8 in a row from 2007 to 2019, and then have now won 9 of the last 10 meetings. This is the 5th straight meeting in Fayette after facing each other 6 times in St. Louis and once in Kansas City over the previous 7 meetings. That's a fastball in for a strike, and now it's 1-1. Last time these two met here before today, it was in the Show Me Showdown in 2024, 10-2. CMU won that game. Witter delivers, swing and a miss. One ball, 2 strike count to McKillop. Here's the pitch. Inside, oh, they ring him up. Ring him up on that call. Fastball got a generous spot.
Number 16, Dawson Foster.
2 away for Dawson Foster in the bottom of the 5th. 0 for 2 in this game and the strikeout. He was 1 for 4 in game 1 today. There's a breaking ball that does not get the call. Witter comes to home plate, foul back by Foster. One and one. That slider outside. Weather conditions today affecting most of the Hart. No other games being played today by Hart teams outside of Culver Stockton. Playing on the road at St. Ambrose. Swing and a miss. That'll be coming up later tonight. Two and two with 2 away. Foster, a little grounder over to second, hauled in by Shabasteri. That's the end of the 5th. Missouri Baptist with a big inning extends the lead, 12-6 after a 6-run 5th. And we go to the 6th inning with Missouri Baptist in front. Kai Gray leads off the sixth for the Spartans after a 6-run fifth inning that featured a pair of home runs and a pair of 2 RBI base hits. Schneider's delivers inside 1-0. You mentioned how the series have been moved around in Iowa. And on the Kansas side, Kai Gray lifts this deep into center, sending Josh Smith back to the wall. It's gone. Kai Gray, for the second time in this game, goes yard. Lord. And the Spartans have started to tee off.
Now batting number 6, Sam Polly.
Home run number 6 alone in this game for Missouri Baptist. 9 on the day. There's a strike by Schneiders to Sam Polly. 13-6. Spartans in front. Swing and a miss. Schneiders ahead 0-2. 6 home runs in this game for Missouri Baptist, 2 for CMU, 14 bombs over the fences combined today between game 1 and game 2. That's a slider that's hammered sharply over to short. Diving Vasquez gets to his feet, throw to first is off the line. Polly is aboard for Hidalgo and the top of the Missouri Baptist order.
24, Carlos Hidalgo.
Hidalgo has reached 3 straight times. That's chopped foul. Double in the 3rd, home run in the 4th, and a walk in the 5th. Good read by Schneiders to try to get Pauly as he started to take his jump, but he can't get him in time. Now 13 runs on 16 hits for Missouri Baptist. That's a pitch that brushes back Hidalgo on the inside part of the plate. 27 hits on the afternoon for MBU. There's a slider upstairs. 2-1. Just joining us, CMU defeated Missouri Baptist 12-4 earlier today, snapped the 12-game win streak for the Spartans. Spartans have responded here in game 2, even after being down 5-0 after the first inning. As that one gets away from Foster, and now Polly into scoring position. Now 3-ball, 1-strike count. Spartans responded with a 4-run 3rd inning, 2-run 4th, and then broke this game open in the 5th with 6 runs off of Vince Ray and Reese Behan. They've added 1 more in the 6th. That's a walk. Runners at 1st and 2nd for Marcus Graham.
Now batting number 5, Marcus Graham.
As we near 5:40 p.m. Central Time, we got started today about 1 o'clock. We'll be back here tomorrow starting at noon for the last 2 games of this 4-game set. Schneider steps off as they thought they might get Polly with his lead off again. The rest of the Hart action will be back tomorrow. William Woods at Missouri Valley. Clark at Mount Mercy. That's a big series towards the top of the Hart with the Mustangs, as we mentioned earlier, now in control of first place with just one conference loss, and they've won 14 in a row. That's fouled off. And Missouri Baptist behind them. They're now 19-2 in Hart play. Park at Baker. Peru State at Graceland. Grandview at William Penn and Oskaloosa. Mid-America Nazarene at Benedictine and Atchison. Oh, one count. The pitch. Swung on a miss. 0-2 on Marcus Graham. Schneiders delivers. Fastball a little below the knees. Graham 0 for 3 in this game, a couple strikeouts and a walk drawn in the 5th. And that is skied into left center field, and Vasquez makes the grab over the shoulder. First out of the top of the 6th. And here is Orozco.
Now batting number 1, Jaden Orozco.
1 for 4 with 3 RBIs in this game. That breaking ball inside. Is in the turf. Schneider's transferred from State Fair Community College. Local product from Blair Oaks High School, played for Mike D'Amelia, who of course is the head coach of Missouri Valley now, after he won some state titles with the Falcons. 3 ball, no strike count to Orozco. Swing and a miss, full count, 3-1. Schneiders to the home plate. Oh my, that is absolutely turned on and gone. Walloped. And this is officially a blowout, 16-6. Spartans have blown this game wide open. 16 runs on 17 hits, and home run number 7 of this game alone. Here's Beach, who's 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs in this game. And that's the end of the day for Riley Schneiders. Records 2 outs, gives up 4 earned runs, and 2 walks as well. Call to the pen. Step aside on the Hart Conference Network.
attention, please. Now pitching for the Eagles, number 32, Axton Eisenbice.
One and one now to Nick Beach. As Axton Eisenbess is a new reliever on for CMU, down 16-6. Fastball rings him up. Here's Shabastari.
Now batting, number 11, Max Shabastari.
First pitch fastball to Shabastari, 1-0. Breaking ball a little bit downstairs. Eisenbess, a 5'11" junior from Poplar Bluff, Missouri. That one's downstairs. .5'11", 150 pounds. Yeah, that's a early fastball in there for a strike. His first appearance in a Central Methodist uniform. And appeal down, they say that Shabastari did not go. So runner at first for Cruel.
Now batting, number 15, Matisse Crowell.
That's it, right back to second base. Hauled in by McKillop. That's into the sixth. Missouri Baptist extends the lead, 16-6.
shortstop, number 23, Jordan Vasquez.
Back to the top of the order for CMU. Fourth trip through. J.D. Witter still on the mound. Well, the Spartans up 16-6. That's fouled off. And a very up and down season for the Eagles. Just trying to find some consistency here late in the season. And they're in danger of not winning 30 games this year. They're up to 24 after the winner earlier today. That's upstairs. It's been 10 straight winning seasons and 10 straight of 30-plus wins for the Eagles. And they've won either the Hart regular season or the Hart tournament the last 4 years. The last 5 years, I should say. There's a strike. They have some very impressive wins. We saw that earlier today. Defeated Concordia 1-0. Here's a 2-2. Vasquez rolls it over to third. Routine play for Orozco. Good stretch over there by Nick Beach. There's one away.
Now batting the first baseman, number 22.
There's Whitehurst, who's 1 for 3 in this game with a couple of flyouts to right. Talk about that win over LSU Shreveport that snapped the 65-game win streak for the Pilots. That is ripped foul. Beat Concordia 1-0. And they started March with sweeps of Graceland and William Penn. And then a 4-game sweep of Park, all at home. And then you get into a series against Baker where you go 1-3, lose the Mid-America Nazarene series, and you split with William Woods, and it looks like you're going to split today's action. At the end of the day, this offense provides you with a floor. You're going to be competitive in just about every game that you play. The problem is the deeper you go into a series, they just do not have pitching depth to keep up, and especially against an offense like Missouri Baptist. If you're not sharp, you're going to get blown out. Fouled off by Whitehurst. Tough situation to manage this inexperienced of a pitching staff. Whitehurst foul, sends that deep into right field, and it's caught. Ty Gray gets to it. Here's Malzahn, surprisingly 0 for 3 in this game after what he did earlier this afternoon with a couple of home runs. A little bit outside from Witter. Pitch 40 upcoming for him. Malzahn building off of what he did last year. 2025, a 388 average, 13 home runs, 16 doubles, 61 RBIs. Yeah, that is rifled foul. It's a little bit early. Ritter, a transfer from Drury University. It's from West County High School in North Kansas City. That's a little bit outside. Good eye by Malzahn. Now it's 2-1. And Malzahn gives this one a ride. Deep into left center. There's number 3 on the day for Malzahn.
Solo home run, number 15, Ryan Malzahn.
Malzahn extends his Hart leadership of the home run category, now up to 16 on the year. We already talked about it at 13 last year. Malzahn continues to crush the baseball. He entered the day with an .835 slugging percentage. That was 15th best in the nation. He gets one back for the Eagles. Here's Rios. It looked like the Eagles would be on pace for another really good game when Rios jumped on Gus Lucas for a 3-run home run, and eventually the Eagles led 5-0 at the end of the first. But then in the third, Missouri Baptist started to regain form. Rios takes a strike. That's downstairs to Rios. 2-ball, 1-strike count. Swing and a miss. 2-2. That's fouled off. Should have been off of Rios. That should be a foul ball. Yeah. And Coach Breland deserves to be hot. That was clearly fouled off of Rios. Yeah, things have been shaky today. 16-7, Missouri Baptist leads.
Now batting number 4, Griffin Brown.
There's Griffin Brown in the top of the 7th. Missouri Baptist 16, CMU 7. There's a strike. Top 25 that came out earlier this week for NAIA ball still has Taylor as the number 1 team, Georgia Gwinnett second, Bellevue third. Of course, CMU was swept by the Bruins out of Nebraska. Fastball upstairs from Eisenbeis. Yes. Some good ride. Johnson is fourth, Lewis and Clark State fifth. And you have Missouri Baptist sixth or seventh, depending on who you look at. Oh, that got him. Not Griffin Brown.
Now batting number
LSU
9,
Shreveport right behind the
Gray.
Spartans. Mount Mercy is the only other one that's kind of in the range of being in the top 25 for the Heart. Cumberlands, Kansas Wesleyan, Southeastern, Doan, all teams along with Tennessee Wesleyan, Hope International, MACU, IU Southeast, regular fixtures in the top 25. One to Kai Gray. Was homered twice in this game and is 3 for 4. Oh boy, trouble here for Eisenbeis. This time it's kept in front. Entering the day, Missouri Baptist was 10th in RPI. Central Methodist, number 64. 129th strength of schedule for MBU. And the 95th strength of schedule for the Eagles. And Missouri Baptist is also first in the ARC Midwest. Kai Gray is aboard. Runners at the corners.
Now batting number 6, Sam Polly.
Sam Polly, 3 for 4 in this game, also with a sacrifice bunt, a home run back in the fourth. And that is slammed into center field in front of Smith. That'll score one more here for Missouri Baptist, and it's now 17-7.
Now batting number 24, Carlos Hidalgo.
There's a Hidalgo who has reached 4 straight times, a couple of walks, a home run, and a double in this game. That's fouled off. That's a chopper over to short. Vasquez tossed a second. No double play ball. Let's get the force. So one away. Here's Marcus Graham with runners at the corners.
Courtesy running at first base this morning was number 7, Kevin Watkins.
And Watkins is the courtesy
Now
runner.
batting number 5, Marcus Graham.
Bellevue is first in the RPI, but followed by Georgia Gwinnett and Weber International. Texas A&M Victoria fourth, Lewis and Clark State fifth, and you have LSU Shreveport, Johnson, Taylor, Kansas Wesleyan, and then MBU, followed by Southeastern, Cumberland's William Carey, Doan, and St. Thomas. That slips out of the hand of Eisenbice. There's a strike. 2-1. Graham takes outside, bases are loaded. And Nate Breland is out of the dugout. And the night for Eisenbice.
Now pitching for the Eagles, number 31, Javier Chico. Bases loaded, one out. Top of the seventh. Here with Jaden Orozco. At the plate, Javier Chico, 5'8", 182. Left-handed junior from Puerto Rico. And that's turned on a third, handled. 5-4-3, double play, one pitch for Javier Chico. All started by Dario Rios at third. And the Eagles keep this a 17-7 game as we head to the bottom of the seventh.
Davey Witter looking to finish off this game and this day. Josh Smith at the plate. 0 for 1, struck out, drew a couple of walks in this game. Eagles down 17-7 as the Spartans so far have bounced back after their winning streak was snapped. 17-7, Spartans with an 18-hit game. And now a 29-hit day. CMU with a 23-hit game or day themselves. It's inside to Josh Smith. And we'll be back here tomorrow at noon in the final 2 games of this series. Missouri Baptist will close out their season against their former AMC foe at William Woods. That is hit hard to first base pass, Nick Beach. Beach can't handle it. Big off base runner is aboard for Carlo Aguirre, who has struck out twice in this game, but has also homered. He's homered twice in this game.
Now batting number 34, Carlo Aguirre.
Eagles will host Benedictine next weekend to wrap up the regular season for them, with the Hart Tournament on the horizon. Strike to Aguirre. Generous spot. Lefty, Aguirre has taken another called strike. I don't know what Aguirre is supposed to do with that. You can only have a bat that's so long. Eagles are 3 for 12 with runners aboard in this game. Pitch is outside. One, two. All fouled off the hands. That's turned into right field for a base hit. It's a fair ball. Josh Smith hustles all the way to third. So runners at first and second for Justin Smith.
Now batting center fielder number 1, Justin Smith.
Whoa. I think he probably picked up that lightning strike as much as we did. Suppose we're going to try to close this game out. That's outside as rain begins to fall. We moved up the games a couple hours to try to get them in, and we're now at 6:16 Central Time. Pitch outside. Yeah, it looks like we might have to pause this game or call it. umpires just headed for the CMU dugout. Talk with Coach Breland on how they want to handle this. Could be here in a weather delay. We'll see how this is all sorted out. 17-7, Missouri Baptist leads. Runners at first and second, nobody out for CMU. I think the easiest thing to do, I don't think you're going to get away with the weather delay that's going to be pretty short here. You're going to be looking at lightning in the area for a while. I think the smart decision here is to, probably the best thing, pick up tomorrow. Just try to finish out this game before the final two games of the set. It's that or you call the game right here. I don't think there's any reason why we need a long weather delay to finish out a game that's separated by 10 runs. And it looks like we'll have a deliberation here with Coach Ushold of Missouri Baptist on how this will be handled. I think the most logical decision is to leave this off, pick up tomorrow, see what happens. And the thing is, too, is that J.D. Witter has already thrown 56 pitches, so it's not that big of a deal. He was already almost done with his day regardless, so throwing a new pitcher regardless, it'll be okay, especially in a 10-run game. Tim Crowley out there. Upshold, Breland, umpires make a decision about this game. Thank you for joining us all day long. CMU won game 1, 12-4. They trail game 2, 17-7. As the rain has begun to fall and kind of the expected forecast, we're going to have some gnarly storms move into the area, and they're going to be here for a while. So I don't think we're finishing this game today regardless. So it's all about what you're going to decide to do. Gnarly storms out to our west. We're just running through Kansas City at the moment. There have been tornadoes in Iowa or in Minnesota and Illinois today. Destructive tornadoes, nasty storms throughout the Midwest. No need to risk anything here. And everybody's shaking hands, so we'll get the final adjudication, but that sort of seemed like calling the game and giving the win to Missouri Baptist. Well, we'll get the final word here, hopefully in just a second, as Tim Crowley makes his way back up to the press box. And we will relay what the decision is as soon as we get it. Tim, what do we got?
Suspended. We're gonna pick up where we left off tomorrow at noon. So we'll play the 3 outs and then roll into the next 2 games.
All right, that's the decision we expected. Thank you, Tim. As you heard, we'll pick up tomorrow at noon to finish out the last 3 outs, and then we will jump right into game 3 of the series. Thank you for joining us here today. This game hangs in the balance, still a 10-run game, so it'll take a miracle for CMU tomorrow. But they did get an impressive win earlier today, 12-4. The final snapped the Missouri Baptist 12-game winning streak. And this series will continue on tomorrow at noon. Again, thank you for joining us today. For Rachel Moore, Tim Crowley, everybody involved, Jeff Sherman here at Central Methodist. I'm Aaron Mosher signing off from the Hart Conference Network and the Urban Edge Network. We will see you tomorrow.